YouTube, what we have here is a original Delorean parking brake and emergency brake bracket to be actuated by your left hand, just left of the driver's seat. Now you can see this one took on some corrosion. This is actually after I sandblasted it. And I thought about sandblasting it and powder coating it, but once I looked at it and the fatigue it took right here where the cables come through, I just don't think it was strong enough to do the job. This is actually after I bent it back into place. So I wanted to make something a little bit better. So that's where this comes in. We have the 1/8 stainless version. I do have the template for this, and I have the CAD drawing as well. If it's something you're interested in doing, you can shoot me a message. Without further ado, let's get this thing installed. So the Delorean used aluminum rivet nuts with steel hardware, and what it caused is some dissimilar metal corrosion, so extremely tough to get out the old hardware with the aluminum rivet nut. So I actually replaced the rivet nuts. These are actually steel, but most of them I put in stainless steel rivet nuts, stainless steel hardware. Here is the template that I made, and then I took a picture of it, imported it in the CAD, and then traced it, and then burned it into a 1/8 piece of stainless steel on a CNC plasma table. Then I used a press brake to form it. So underneath the seat you have 4 on each side, 8 total. I call them body bushings that go through the fiberglass, and they're used in various places, including on the seat belts. Right here, this one fell out. Just got to glue it in. That's basically a copy of the original. The original used some type of aluminum pot metal, and due to the moisture that developed underneath the seat, just corroded. This is actually one of the originals. Now I called up Delorean out of Texas. They did not know how to get the part, or if anyone made it. They did not have anything that could help me. So we made some out of stainless. I just made some 1/8 stainless washers, burned them out on the table, and then I bought some stainless tubing, TIG welded it in, just a fusion weld on the back side. And then I use these to come up through from the bottom to create this here. Now I went ahead and JB welded them in place. Of course the brackets are going to keep them locked in. But just for installation purposes, went ahead and JB welded them. Had a little fiberglass repair back here in the corner, but we're good to go. And there's our stainless parking e-brake bracket. Now I did notice on the original, had this extra bolt in it, and it looks like it's a M6 by 1.0. I do not know what went in that. Maybe you guys can help, or if it was even used from the factory. Just a little better shot of the seat belt bushing on the right and left sides. This is the original, prone corroding. This is what we have put in place. Now this was made a little bit differently. This is just machined out of some round stock 304. While we're here, we might as well talk a little bit about the seat brackets, sliders. Now these were sandblasted and powder coat, and they needed to be taken apart. And to do that, you got to grind out these little flares that they pressed in to keep this contraption together. So I had to make this in order to keep them from popping back out. Now there is bearings that roll inside here. As mentioned before, once you put this bracket in, everything's going to lock in place. So The little gone extra with the epoxy holding these in is just for installation, basically. Pretty much what the factory did.